Yo, how's it going, YouTube? I'm back in the video, and today I'm going to be talking about how the Los Angeles Lakers suck, okay? Now, if you're a Lakers fan, yeah, please don't get too angry, because I feel like you can't really deny it at this point. Sucks might be a little bit of a harsh word, but they are not a good team by any means, especially not right now as they currently sit. To begin the season, they are not a good team. Now, I don't know what trades they might make or what moves they might make in the future that might make them better, but as of right now, they are a very bad team, and I'm beginning to a few reasons why I think they are a very bad team and how they got to this point. So if that does sound interesting to you, please watch the video all the way through, hit the like button, subscribe button, it would mean the absolute world to me, and without further ado, without rambling on too much, let's get right into this video. So the first thing I want to get for this video is going to be the obvious chemistry issues that this team has, and it really stems from a few things. There was a ton of Russell Westbrook trade rumors, and I mean an absolute ton of Russell Westbrook trade rumors. The fact that he didn't get traded is insane. Like, you would have thought for sure, if you followed in any way, he would not be on the Lakers to start this season, but here we are now, and they added a new head coach, so it really didn't help the chemistry at all. You're getting a whole new system with a whole new head coach and coaching staff to go along with a player that probably feels a little ostracized and a little excluded from the team due to how many trade issues and how many trade rumors were around him, and really the entire fan base kind of turned on Russell Westbrook as well. And then they go and sign Patrick Beverley, who openly has had beef with Russell Westbrook in the past, and you do not have to look very hard to find it, as there's been interviews after interviews of Russell Westbrook kind of complaining about him. As in one interview, he said Pat Bev tricks y'all, he's not playing defense, and then in another interview, he basically said that he doesn't guard anybody and he is just running around out there. So he has openly not liked Patrick Beverley in the past, and I'm sure Patrick Beverley doesn't like Russell Westbrook either due to those comments. Now, although they have said that the beef was squashed and it was no longer there, there's been a few videos now of on the court where either Russell Westbrook isn't in the pre-game huddle, or during the game, after a foul, Patrick Beverley tried to get the whole team and huddle them up, and Russell Westbrook just overall refused to get into it. So there is obvious chemistry issues with this team, and you add on top of that, they have one of the biggest roster turnarounds out of any team in the NBA. The chemistry is going to be a ginormous issue for this team going forward, and it has already shown, as they are off to an 0-2 start this season, and it is not looking very good for them at all. And now, yes, although that chemistry issue is a big problem, and that can at least get better with time, but a problem that cannot get better with time, at least not with drastic actions being made like trades or something like that, is the lack of talent this team has. Yes, I know they have Anthony Davis, and yes, I know they have LeBron James. Those are two great players, amazing level players, but after that, you will be struggled to find any high-level role players on this roster, which is saying a lot for a team that has someone like LeBron and Anthony Davis on it, and a team that has brought in so many new faces. For them not to have that many high-level role players is kind of insane, as Anthony Davis, although he is a great player, has struggled with health mightily in the past few seasons, and then LeBron James is also now 37 years old. He can no longer single-handedly carry your team to the NBA Finals like he could. Now, yes, he's still an extremely good player, but he's no longer that Cleveland Cavaliers LeBron, where you can put J.R. Smith, Matthew Dellavedova on the team, and now you're in the NBA Finals. That's just not where he is at this point. And if you look at the talent that surrounds him, they have Russell Westbrook, who has had an awful start to this year. Yes, he's been playing good on defense, but my God, he's been bad in every other standpoint. He cannot shoot the ball. His confidence is completely gone. Now, yes, the effort's still there, and you can tell he wants to be good and wants to win, but the confidence is just no longer there. He just dropped 4 points in an NBA game. If you would have said Russell Westbrook would drop 4 points in a game about 3 years ago, no one would believe you, but here we are now. Then you add his backcourt partner of Patrick Beverley, who's never been that good of an offensive player, and he's never been able to shoot the ball that good. You combine two guards, probably two of the worst shooting guards in the entire NBA. that is going to cause problems for your starting lineup, and that is 2 starters on your team, and that is a huge problem. But their talent shortage doesn't end there, as if you go through some of the team's best role players on their roster, none of them are that great. They have Kendrick Nunn, who is a solid player, but he's not moving the needle in any significant way, and he's just an okay level player, and he's definitely not a star level player by any means. Then at center, when he's healthy, they're going to have Damian Jones, who Damian Jones is okay, I guess, but a lot of people were way overhyping him, and he is their starting center, by the way. And last year, for the Sacramento Kings, one of the worst teams in the league last year, he started only 15 games and averaged 8 points per game, 1 assist per game, and 4 rebounds per game. That's not great coming from your starting center, and he did that barely starting games on one of the worst teams in the NBA, and that is just not a good sign. And then you go even farther and you look at some of the additions that they were able to make. Those aren't high level either. Yeah, they have Lonnie Walker, who although is a slightly big name, just due to like he was known going into the draft and people know who he is, he really hasn't been that great of a player his entire NBA career. He's just been an average role player, so he's not moving the needle in any way. And every team has a Lonnie Walker type player on it at this point. They had Juan Toscano Anderson, who was like their marquee free agent signing, and he was like a fan favorite at Golden State, and he played hard, but he's not a very talented player by any, like, he's an okay level player. He's a good locker room guy, but he's not going to improve your team at any significant point, so that's not that big of a deal. They did add Dennis Schroeder, who has the most upside out of anybody, but I would have to imagine Dennis Schroeder is not happy to be back on a team that pretty much made fun of him after he left because he turned down such a bag from them. So I'm sure he's not that happy to be back on a team for that cheap, and he's only here to get money, and that's the only job he really had. So if you look at the additions they made, none of them are that great. They have huge chemistry issues, they don't have that much talent on the roster, and their head coach is questionable at best, because really no one knows how good Darvin Ham's going to be. In any team that has LeBron on it and Russell Westbrook and Anthony Davis, the head coach has minimal effect on them. So I don't think this team can possibly work out how it's currently built, and I think they're probably in for quite the long season ahead of them unless they make drastic changes. One of those changes could be a Russell Westbrook trade for Miles Turner and Buddy Hield. Now that could turn around their season, because both of those are very good players. They'd be getting a huge upgrade at center, and they would be getting a knockdown shooter around LeBron and Anthony Davis, which would be huge for them. But unless they do that, and it doesn't look like there's that much traction with it right now, this team could struggle for a very long time this season, and their first round pick could once again be very high value that they don't even have, and it could go to the New Orleans Pelicans, and their situation just gets worse and worse the more you look at it. But unfortunately, guys, that's my review. So comment below, do you agree with me? Do you think that the Lakers need to somehow get talent in this roster? Do you think they can somehow make it work? I want your thoughts in the comment section below. If you like the video point, hit the like button and subscribe button. It would be absolute word to me. And I hope you have a blessed day. Have a blessed day soon. Have a blessed day. All glory to God. See you in the next video. Goodbye. Boo. Blah, blah.